This is the installation guide for the Android Biosensing app. To run this system, you must have Android Studio, the Java Software Development Kit, Microsoft SQL Server, and Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio installed on your computer. You must have access to the entire project folder. Note its location. You also must have the Android device you're installing the app on and a USB connector for it. First, let's install all the software we need to run this system. If you do not already have the Java Software Development Kit, go to the Oracle website to download the installer for the latest version. Download the version that matches the operating system you are using. Open the installer and follow the instructions to install a basic installation of the Java Software Development Kit onto your machine. Do the same for SQL Server and SQL Server Management Studio, which both can be found on the Microsoft website. Once you've done that, download and install Android Studio if you have not done so. This can be found on the Android website. Once you have installed those 4 pieces of software, you are ready to set up the environment required to run this app. First, open Android Studio. Select Open an existing Android Studio project and navigate to the location where the project folder is located. Once you are there, click Biosensing, which Android Studio will recognize as an Android Studio project. As you can see, Android Studio automatically starts running processes needed to run this project. Even when the project opens, Android Studio will still be running processes. At the bottom of the screen, you can see when it is done. While that is happening, go into the app folder, find the class called connection class, and edit it so that the variable called IP has the IP address of your machine. When it says Gradle Build Finish at the bottom left corner of this window, you are ready to install the app onto your Android device. Plug the Android device into the computer with the USB connector. Then, at the top of the screen, press Run and then Edit Configurations. Press the green plus button to add a new Android app configuration. Under Module, select App, and under Deployment Target, select USB device. Then press OK. Press the green play button at the top to install the app onto your Android device. Now, to allow the app to access the database, create a new login on the server by expanding the security folder and then right-clicking on Logins. Select New Login. As a login name, enter Client, all lowercase letters. Make sure you check the bubble for SQL Server authentication and uncheck the box for Enforce Password Policy. As a password, enter bio, thus lowercase b-i-o. Enter it again in the Confirm Password box. Then press OK. Now, expand Databases and right-click on Biosensor. Select New Query, and in the window that pops up, type the following query exactly. Use Biosensor alter user client with login equals client. Make sure Biosensor client and the other client are all lowercase. Now press execute. This has associated the new login you just created with a user of the same name that is pre-programmed into the database. You have now completely finished configuring the environment required to run this app. When it has finished installing on your Android device, you may open it and use it. This software system does not require any maintenance. If you like, you can install new versions of the Java Software Development Kit, Android Studio, and Microsoft SQL Server as they come out, but this is not necessary. If you want to edit the app, just remember that in the connection class, the IP variable has to reflect the IP address of your computer. So every time the location of your workspace changes, you have to change this variable. To check the IP address of your computer, open a command prompt and enter the command ipconfig. This will list a lot of information about your current IP configuration. Go to the field that says IPv4 address and look at your IP address. This is what you must put as the IP variable.